So the chicken index. Specifically, how many times the price of a chicken does it cost to buy something? Or, alternatively, how many times the price of fried chicken to order with fries does it cost for me to buy a game? So, God of War on discount on GOG costs 20 bucks, 20 euros. I live in Sofia, Bulgaria. If I want to order KFC, it's going to cost me 12 bucks 50 for the order itself, and then I feel societal pressure to give the guy another 2 or 3 bucks as a tip. So 25 lev plus 3 bucks, 3 lev, 3 leva actually if you're saying it in Bulgarian, but whatever. So it's 14 euros total. But let's count the tip I give the guy as the price of a portion of fries that I just fry myself. So frozen fries, fried them myself, bit of ketchup. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you're looking at about 12 bucks. 12 bucks, 12 bucks 50 for the price of ordering in, the price of KFC, the price of fried chicken. Historically speaking, I think chickens should be the metric by which we judge the prices of buildings or anything. Like, how many chickens does a war cost? How many chickens does the Bernascali's dome cost? How many chickens did it cost the Romans to build a dome? Blah blah blah. Because it's a very good index. Like, how many times the difference between eating something and eating something prepared at a restaurant or ordering something to eat from a restaurant does X thing cost? Pretty in your face. Pretty in your face. Pretty obvious. Like, whenever you're calculating little luxuries, like, what is your main thing that you're thinking about? It's food, probably. Like, how many, like, the most common type of luxury does a thing cost? And when you're looking at people with weaker computers, blah, 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 like, old games typically cost under 4 bucks on GOG. Like, sure, you can find something for like a buck or two, but that's really, really ancient. But like full old games that are like 4 to 6 hours cost about a quarter of a takeout, a quarter of a owner of a KFC. So 3 bucks something for the total price of ordering in. If when you're going into 6 bucks and change, you are looking at slightly longer games. If you're buying something new, something fancy, RoboQuest, you are spending 22 to 25 bucks, thereabouts. So God of War is a really good buy for like 20 bucks. Because everyone knows it's good. RoboQuest, really good experience. 20 something bucks. Evil West, generic fancy title, RoboCop, whatever. Like 20 something bucks per game. Is like the most natural feeling price for a good game. That's not as new as the thing that's like in your face. Like 25 to 35 bucks should be like the main thing on your mind. Like 2 to 3 KFCs. When you're looking at the really, really new ones, okay, that's 5 KFCs. How do I justify spending that much money on this thing? What's the point in spending that much money on this thing? Another KFC to get the deluxe edition? I mean, I might as well. Blah blah blah. Like eight times KFC for what looks like a B title with like a non-reactive world from a major IP. That's idiot West Coast nonsense. So the West Coast of the U.S., like super rich people who constantly complain about how much things cost for the poor people, even though they have an abundance of poor people they can just hire to do things for them, or they could just invest their money into building businesses and things, and then the fire comes and then they're like, oh no 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 no, these people who have been complaining about their department being underfunded for years, those people who spent 2 or 3 million bucks on a DEI program, now those people, yeah, those people like did not waste government money on a DEI program. Don't be stupid. Like, blah, 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 blah. DEI is not responsible for why we lost $300 billion in infrastructure. And people are like, that's not what we're saying. Like, you wasted a portion of the money that was cut on a DEI program because it was meaningless. And you're hiring subpar people to do the job that needs to be done by strong people with muscles and athleticism. It's like a critical service. Like, what the hell? No one's saying that diverse people shouldn't be employed. It's everyone's just complaining about why is government money being wasted on nonsense when we already have diversity. I'm like 30 something years old and I was too young to watch Blade in the movies. Like, Jack from Dawson's Creek was in the mid 90s or the late 90s. X-Men has been like a major franchise for more than 20 years. What the hell? Yeah, so West Coast mentality, I don't know what to tell you. But fundamentally, the chicken index is the most logical way to frame an issue with the price of a thing. So, does it really? You want people, you expect people to spend 6 KFCs on this thing? And that way, like, the rich person can imagine what their high priced meal costs, apply it to times little luxury, and then realize, oh, that's stupid, yeah. Because it's the most logical thing. Like, and then you can just point out, but I can get God of War for like 1.5 KFCs on GOG, DRM free. And then they're potentially going to get it. Why it's stupid to spend $200 million on games that, sorry, why it's stupid to spend $500 million, all the advertising, blah 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 included, for games that cost 6 times or 4 times what people would be willing to spend on a game. And why would you put ads in a thing that costs 5 KFCs? That's nonsense. It's not fun. Why is this a thing? Why is that a thing? Excuse me, Chevalier. My wine, it tastes like piss. Why have you brought me this piss? I asked for good, fine wine so that I could woo my beautiful lady friend and blah 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 blah. And like, imagine talking to like a snobby waiter and being like, "Excuse me, like, I ordered the red sauce. Why is this sauce black?" And the waiter's like, "Because it is the black sauce. We need the black sauce." And you're like, "But I didn't order this black sauce with this meal. I like the black sauce with other meals where it's appropriate." And the waiter is, "You are a pathetic, like, simpleton, blah, 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 blah. This is the best black sauce. Why do you hate the black sauce?" And you're like, "No, I don't hate the black sauce. I just, this is not the thing that I ordered. Like, why are you bringing me the thing that I didn't order? No, no black sauce for you, no red sauce for you, no meal for you. Go, 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 go away." And then, like, in a week, you see him uh, on the streets, uh, holding up a sign going, "We'll tell you you are stupid for money." Yeah. Yeah. I get my news on Token from a bisexual black man who got called a neo-Nazi 7 years ago because he didn't like gay Iceman. Because gay Iceman was overseen by some idiot that never wrote a comic book before in his life, and they just asked him to take on Iceman. They didn't ask him to do a side thing on Iceman, they asked him to do Iceman. So he comes in, he does the main book of Iceman, and he does a weird dream sequence where Iceman is dissing his parents because they're not progressive enough. I'm not kidding. This is a real thing. Happened, I think it was 2017. And he's like, and it's like, people have spent money on the last 160 issues of this thing. People have seen the issues that came out 2 years ago, have read the issues where Iceman's dad goes to the hospital for sheltering a mutant. Like, he gets beaten up sheltering a mutant. Like, what was that? And why is Iceman suddenly a stalker? Like, it's not the 90s. What is this? Yeah. Yeah, I think the chicken index would be useful. It's just, the more I think about how it can be useful, the stupider people, the more I remember how stupid the people who handle the prices of video games and handle the budgets of video games, like the entire video game industry, is retarded. And we sometimes get gems by random people who somehow pull it off. And I think, like, it's the closest thing to something that makes sense. Like, a scale of how many times KFC is this versus what am I getting? You know.